Not everything always goes to plan for the rifle shooter, not even an experienced one like Gary Green. He's out after a fox, but soon he's going to get more than he bargained for.
Today we've set off at 6:30, 6:45 I think, in hopes to maybe catch up with a fox, but chances are we're going to see fallow and muntjac probably as well, but there's a fox that's been pestering in the farm around the chickens. Shot loads here this year, just can't seem to get on top of them at all, and it's seen leaving the field where the actual chickens are, coming behind the bungalow and going straight down towards the gate, ducking under the gate and literally going right across here where I am in front of the high seat. Yeah, so we got in nice and early, very foggy, a bit crunchy underfoot as well, got in nice and quiet, nice and stealthy. Yeah, using another Tikka of mine, not the 243 for a change, 6.5. So I was thinking we may get a long shot on a fallow here, a little bit more put down power. Yeah, it's a good bit of kit. It's a bit overkill for muntjac, but you know, it does the job well. Swarovski optics again, nice, you know, crisp illuminated dot reticle. Variable scope this one, which is nice. Different ranges, gives more clarity. Yeah, conditions for visibility was poor. Fog was really in here. But these Swarovskis surprised me actually, looking into the wood. I could actually punch through there quite a way, about 150 yards. It did come in really thick at one point, and that sort of cut them back a bit. But as soon as it lifts, I'm seeing stuff through there what I could never see anything near with the eye.
As the mist clears, Gary spots his first wildlife of the morning, but it isn't the fox he came for.
Sort of looking in quite a thick mist, I could see broadside, I could see the white flanks of two fallow, which was on the edge of the wood. But nowhere near enough in the scope or the binoculars to be sure of a real safe shot there, so that was just ignored. And they hung around there for quite some time. That was nice to watch, hoping they might come out.
Last time we saw Gary Green, he was being tested for his DSC-1. Now he's got the qualification, and this might be a chance to put it to good use. Sadly, the bucks aren't interested and stay at a distance. Gary is powerless to do anything but wait and see what they do next.
They're back on the edge of the wood now.
They didn't, they disappeared into the wood. It was nothing to do with us, it's just what they wanted to do. And then we sat on. Yeah, I got an illuminated dot reticle on that Swarovski, which is quite fine. I like to see through as much as I can. I don't want a big beaming light there close. I want to be able to see through, so I'm still concentrated on right through the animal, right out the back, for obvious reasons, for safety. But I find the clarity of it is just perfect. Even in this foggy conditions, as I've said, it works really well for me. Scanning round with the old Swarovskis there and pick up the big old golden face of a lovely muntjac buck. About 100 yards, it was perfect. Out he came, sat there, he getting stuck into a bit of fruit there he was, and there was plenty of time to make a good shot on him. It didn't go quite as nice as I'd like, it didn't drop completely on the spot, he went a few yards and dropped into the ditch there. But, you know, that's sometimes the way it goes.
You should be right in the ditch there. There's a hell of a thump on him.
I stayed away from a neck shot or towards a head shot because he had particularly what I thought in the scope a reasonable head on him. Went and tended him, fetched him back.
We quickly discovered the buck in the dead ground. It was a clean shot and hadn't gone far. Next up is retrieval and examination of the carcass and location of the gecko bullet to inspect Gary's shot placement.
Let's have a look at him. Big buck. Really big lad. Slightly back to what I would have liked, but treads are a bit slippy.
All is in order, but we're not done yet. We came for a fox and we might get it yet. But again, fate has other ideas. No sooner has Gary installed himself in the high seat for a second time than he gets another surprise.
We're having a chat up at the top of the high seat there. I look up and there's another buck come out right to the spot of where we actually shot the other one.
Another one. There's another Muntjac.
He started to make away. I shouted him, give him a bit of a stop.
No doubt about this one, it's down on the spot.
Well, 2. That's amazing. You wait all that time for one and then, just like London buses, 2 come along together. Well, he came exactly to the spot where we shot the other one. Exactly. Let's make safe. That's good.
With 2 bucks bagged, Gary has certainly earned his stalker's breakfast, even if it's not what he came for. But his work isn't over yet, as the gralloch still needs to be performed.
Yeah, another nice buck.
Yeah, so that was 2 Muntjac, as I say, a bit like the London buses. One comes along and then the other one follows it, so you've got 2 there. The gralloching I might do a little bit different to some, in that I don't cut through the pelvic blade. I sort of do it the same way as a fallow. I'd sort of just chase round the anus and take the penile sheath down. But it's just how I do it, you know. I think if you're sort of helping someone learn how to gralloch, if you can do one of these little fellas in the same way as a fallow, when you get your hands on a fallow, it's quite straightforward, as long as you take your time and just, you know, just piece your way through nice and easy. There's no rush.
Turn him right over. Use the gravity a bit more. That's it.
Yeah, next step for these guys is get them back to the chiller, wash them out now, give them a good clean up, maybe take the hocks off, hang them up and let them sit in there for a week or so. A lady only phoned me last night, wanted a Muntjac for Christmas, so it looks like I've got that for Chrissy. And then we'll just skid them up and butcher them up accordingly when we think they're softened down a bit. 2 knives I use mostly on fallow and Muntjac are these 2. One's a frost, which I tend to use for going straight up through the ribs. Don't use a chest saw so much on those. And the other one's a Puma Hunter's Pal. Holds a good edge, nice knife to work with. So that's my sort of favourites. There's plenty in there, but that's my favourite too. Tends to do the job on them little guys fine. I didn't see a fox at all here today, which did surprise me. But, you know, I've left 2 grallochs out there now. I've taken the liver, heart and kidneys out of them for breakfast. Just give him a day, come back early morning, late evening, may even come back this evening, and I think we'll probably pick the fox up then with a bit of luck. And then everyone's happy with that. But he's been a bit of a pest since this cold spell come in. I think the gent's lost another couple of chickens here, but, you know, it's just relentless with these foxes at the moment. Can't seem to make much headway with them, but just keep on them.
High seat shooting has proved its worth once again today, and Gary can head home a happy man. But a wildlife manager's job is never done. Soon Gary will be back out after the marauding fox that brought us here in the first place. Maybe next time it'll be kind enough to make an appearance.